Okay, y'all. So I was on Facebook, and something just like irks my nerves, but I try to like just let it like slide, but it really irks my nerves. So these fake ass English professors on social media,
What?
like shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
If
She's
I
cussing
say
early.
your, when I'm really meant you are, let me say your. Just shut the fuck up. Don't fix my shit. I knew what the fuck it said and how I meant it. Don't be fixing shit.
Oh.
Somebody did that. Well, not on my post personally,
Oh.
but I saw this
I
shit.
know it.
I saw this
stirred.
shit and I was like, whose fucking English professor are you? That shit irked my whole soul. I was like, so what English degree do you have from what Ivy League college to be on somebody's fucking post correcting them?
But you didn't even graduate high school though.
Where was all that? Where was all that knowledge that you had when you was in high school doing all that extra shit? Because you wasn't paying attention when you was in high school, but now all of a sudden you want to be somebody's
Right.
goddamn English professor.
I felt threatened.
I know. Did I
I'm
say
sorry.
that? I don't
It
think
wasn't
I
you.
did.
It wasn't nobody in the
Yeah, 'cause
room.
I don't do that anyway.
But that's- they just-
I make up words.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And most of the time, I be typing so fucking quick. I don't care about grammar. I just be bloop, 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 boop.
Country
I
grammar.
definitely zone. I definitely zone. Zach's be dripping all the Zamzyme, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Exactly.
look, now it's some things where, yes, pronunciation isn't correct. The actual word is nowhere near what they was meaning. I understand that. But
Like
if
specific.
Pacific, right. See what I'm saying?
Sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Sophisticated. I can say that.
But if some other people say sophisticated.
Well, I can't say specific.
See what I'm saying?
Because I
But
made that up.
so
Just
just for all you
only the operations joint.
only the operations joint.
I just don't know.
So, for all you fake ass English professors, please rip up them fake ass degrees that y'all got. Cause ain't nobody listening to that shit. Okay? Deuces.
Uno, dos, tres. Three bad.
Ain't perfectly designed crew, cause we the big three. Who run this mother? Who run this mother?
Get 'em, girl.
Hey everybody, we are back at it again for another wonderful week of the Get 'em Girl Crew podcast. So, as you know, it is the social media joint, the stink ass host of this season. It's stink ass. Don't start your shit, yo. So here we got Tupac. He is back alive.
All eyes on me.
Reincarnated as our operations joint tonight.
I hate y'all.
Dang.
And thank God she's not sitting next to me. You know, God is good. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. So
Did you get that on film?
yes, that was on film. So sitting next to me tonight on my left hand side, I have the wonderful business John.
What's up, y'all? It's the business joint.
Yeah, she get that because every week you do some shit and then you get your other kind of intro every time.
Sorry, boo.
Mm-hmm. So then to the right of me, we have our special guest of the night.
I know guessing about it.
Zesho?
So of course, well, for the people who don't know him, which a lot of people do, he got views on views on views right now. You know, he's been featured on Fox. He's been featured on, oh my gosh, a bunch of different.
PHL 17, Channel
PHL
6 News,
17.
Channel 3 News.
All of the web, like all over, he has been featured. So, without further ado, we have Zogies in
Food
the
Network?
building.
The Zood Network? Not Zed.
Not
Not
yet.
that.
Not
Not
Zed.
We
Not
gotta get with
Coming
that,
soon.
yeah.
Come to Zoom.
Coming soon.
Yeah,
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Indeed. Zappity zappity.
So,
Yes.
Well, introduce yourself. You know, do your introduction to the people today.
Right.
Well, John, they the Johns. They this John Operation John. What's the other John?
Social media John.
Social media John.
Hey.
I'm trying to be a social media John because ain't nothing like getting that information out there on the web.
Okay.
I'm Ezel Bar Chef Zogi is how they know me.
Hey,
I always tell them follow me on Facebook, Instagram. You'll be entertained.
that's right.
But if y'all come to my truck, get my food, it'll go straight to your brain. You might be cool right now, but you will always get upgraded if you ever do it. So he's a right, he's singing on me, J.
I can't. That was a lot. I would not have been able to do none of that. Okay, none of it. That's why that was your intro. Yes,
Yes.
that was
I
your.
just appreciate it. I am so zappy to be here. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I am zappy to be
Good to hear.
inspired by the three Jaws that get them girls.
That's right.
That get them girls.
Yeah, the zip.
This is gonna be this is gonna be Zun. I just spit on her. I'm so sorry. I almost
Look,
rubbed her
look,
dress, but I
it's-
stopped.
it's the-
Oh my god! I almost rubbed
See,
her
that's what I'm
dress.
talking about. We about to get in so much trouble tonight.
Damn,
Like
damn.
it is gonna be trouble
I got
tonight.
this Crip blood situation going on.
I know, right? We should be fighting, but not like it's all love over here. It's all love over
Real
here.
love. I didn't spit on her. No one. Right? It's all good though. It's all good. It's a
Jesus,
blessing.
ain't nothing
It's a
wrong with a little
blessing. It's a
spit.
blessing.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little spit
Little
sometimes.
spit,
You know, a
let
little
it
spit do a
slide.
body good sometimes.
In the fuck?
What is happening?
This is supposed to be a motivational episode.
It
And see
is.
how we just turn things all
That is
all
motivational.
wrong.
Ain't nothing
It
wrong
is
with a little
motivational.
spit. Ain't nothing wrong with a little spit.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little spit, y'all.
That's
Sometimes you need a little spit.
That's it.
That's it.
Hey,
All right, so
keep the party going.
we're gonna get to these current topics.
Slide
What
on
we
them.
talking? What we talking about?
So
tonight?
first things first, we're gonna talk
Our
about
Papa freaks so.
you two pop.
well, right.
We connected.
So she don't even know what she knows.
She
Which
gone.
hip hop legend she's supposed to be right now, okay? All right, so
I was
when it comes to
Machiavelli.
current topics, let's start with Power. So Power finally has ended,
Told y'all.
but did it end though? It ain't really ended though.
It ended, but it didn't.
It ended, but it didn't end.
Ghost ended.
Ghost
Right.
ended. We now know who killed Ghost, which you know we kind of said it from
We
the
been
jump.
told y'all.
Tariq.
Yeah.
A second chance. I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I remember I told him that? I said that. Didn't I say that? Gave him a second chance and he pulled that trigger.
So you know, R.I.P. Ghost.
Yeah. All right.
But-
It was crazy. Yeah, that whole last episode, I was just my emotions was up and down, up and down, up and down. Especially, you know, Tasha. Yo, you so whack, Tasha. Tasha, you are
Tasha.
whack. I was so
Tasha.
disappointed in you, Tasha.
Do we blame Tasha or do we blame 50? Who wrote it?
Nah.
Nah.
That's I don't care.
This
That's
is my
Tasha.
thing. This is why I want to be a nigga, right?
No, you're over that. You're
Yeah, I
no
thought you was
longer
over it.
you're no
Yeah.
longer being a nigga anymore.
I'm Tupac. So, this is what happened.
I'm too fat.
Asked me to take you somewhere. I'm going to the store. Go Q.
That's
Go
right.
Q. Go
If
Q.
anybody tells you to take them somewhere, they be like, nah, just stop here. I'm gonna come back to the car. Go to the store. That was a valuable lesson that was taught in the last episode.
Yes.
Don't
Factual.
just sit in the
Pay
car.
attention.
Go to
Go to the store. Get on
Yeah.
camera. Get
Go
on
to
somebody's
the store.
camera. Get on somebody's camera. Go to the laundromat, whatever's nearby. Get on somebody's camera.
That's
What
it.
you gonna take? What are you gonna wash?
Just walk in there. Go to the
Let
vending.
me
They got,
take these
no,
off
no,
and put
listen.
these in a washer.
Listen, they got vending machines. Go to the vending machine and a laundromat. Boop.
Sit down, eat your chips.
Or whatever's close with a camera. That's
Exactly.
what they don't work. Because the Mexicans
I
think
mean,
somebody...
well, you don't know
No,
if the store place may not
Here
work
you
either.
go.
I caught them myself.
I see.
Uh-huh. Thank
Yeah,
God.
you did.
Thank God you did.
I caught them myself.
But as we know, they're coming out with 4 spinoffs
Mhm.
from Power. So now, yes, Power with Ghost, the original Ghost, has now ended. But now it's going to be Power Book 2 Ghost.
First of all, who knew Power was a book? Let me know. Oh, okay.
Isn't
So it
Ghost the
wasn't
main
just me.
character?
Well,
Was.
he was the main
So
character.
she's dead, isn't it?
Oh, no. Because now the new Ghost.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ghost.
Ha ha.
Go with Tupac? Who goes?
So
Tupac.
Female.
Yeah, I mean, it has a good little spin.
Yeah.
You know, we have Meth and
Method Man's gonna be in there.
Man and Mary
Mary
J.
J.
Blige. You
Sax
know,
whack ass is still in there.
Well, you know, they
somebody
still,
has to still last.
then you know it's gonna be Tyreek. You know,
Tariq.
Tariq. I don't know
Tariq.
why I was calling him Tyreek.
I don't know.
Tariq.
Whatever, the little one who shot Ghost. Okay,
Tariq.
him
Anyway,
and Tasha.
yeah.
So
We're gonna be talking to her behind bars.
She gonna be a carpet muncher now.
she probably was already.
She got the Meek Mill braids, y'all.
Then she would have been stay with Angela.
Nah, she wasn't about that life. She wasn't about Angela. Angela wasn't a type.
But you know what? I have one issue with Tasha that I was like, damn, Tasha, like, y'all had all this money and everything, but you was sitting around here with these, well, with the same wig, definitely, but with these glued on lashes. Like, I thought you was gonna have some individuals. You literally peeled that joint off your eyes.
It was for
Like,
the
I know
cinematic
it was, but
effect.
still, guess what? She should have still been able to bat her eyes. Okay? Not with any of that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen.
Don't you be appalled.
I
Just because
know.
you flying away right now.
Okay.
Fly away.
Okay. Get it.
Bye,
you
bye,
know.
birdie.
Yeah, you can see them shit.
But yeah.
side view.
Okay. She cute though.
You see her? You see her in the.
Side view.
Let me feel these dogs.
I will not be facing the camera today. We're gonna be side.
Right.
Watch me bat my
Watch-
shit.
Watch me
bat.
fly away.
Oh, so now bitch is flying.
Fly,
You
fly
been
away.
flying.
I mean, I'm on cloud something.
I know that's right. Fly away.
Ganja
baby.
in my system.
Right. But anywho.
Yeah, so anywho.
Don't anywho when I go to my
Anywho. Hey,
Anywho.
you know, listen.
You talk about ganja every episode. It's okay. And we'll talk about it again later on.
So
So,
I will.
okay.
When it's time to get
So,
back in my system.
now we're going to go into our next current topic. So, Dwayne Wade released a video this week introducing the world to his daughter, Zaya.
Wait. He did. I thought he was on Ellen.
Well, he did a video on IG. That's really what kind of like...
Right. They were on Ellen though.
They were on Ellen, too. Yes.
Oh, because that's what I was watching. I ain't know.
I saw the video on IG. That's what I saw.
But go, y'all. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so, but with that came a lot of backlash. A lot of people are upset because he is accepting the lifestyle that his son, now daughter, decides to live.
I think you're forgetting the fact on why the backlash because she's 12.
That is the main
I think that's the major
backlash.
issue is that she's 12 and decided that this is who I am at 12.
But she's also made that decision. This isn't something that she just made. This is a transition that she's been going through for a few years now.
Right.
But the argument that I had this argument with someone when it first kind of came out that like his son was transitioning before she completely transitioned over to Zaya. Was like, oh well, you know, how is he supposed to know who he likes? How is he supposed to know who he is? Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, being a woman who is heterosexual woman, if you gotta put a label on it or whatever.
Right.
I knew at 10, 11, 12 that I was a girl and that I like boys. And I knew that. So, who's to say that he didn't know that he did not feel right? Or that, hey, wearing clothes that technically are not for me is what feels right to me. Who's to say that? I can't say that. I can't speak for Zaya. I can't. Only she can speak for her. So I can only speak for myself. When I went through, when I was around that age, I knew what I liked. So why can't she?
Yeah, it's I think it's just a societal thing that we have anyway. Boys are boys, girls are girls.
That's it.
There's no in between or anything like that. Yes, some things may happen sometimes, but it doesn't happen all the time. And a lot of people are so not accepting of it for whatever reason. And I think just from that's why we have so many messed up people, because they had to be like, they had to be a hermit inside of themselves. They had to be a hermit and live however whoever wanted them, especially this one. She
is definitely a hermit.
Yeah, she's a hermit. she had to act a certain way, but then when she didn't, she blossomed into.
Oh my
you
God!
know,
No, she ain't blossom, child.
She just-
broke
I turned
through.
into
Yeah,
Tupac.
she
Ain't blossom. Ain't nothing blossom about her. Ain't nothing
Shut
through.
up, you like a fucking
and
Smurf.
pretty.
with this
I
hat
do.
on.
I mean,
You're like a fucking Smurf.
If I had the hair on, I would be Smurfette right now.
Oh my
Fake
God,
ass
not
Smurf.
Smurf.
Yeah.
But you broke
Be
through.
Smurfette.
So Zaya is breaking through. You
That's
know?
what I'm
I
saying.
respect that.
What was
And
her name before?
Ooh, that's a good question. I forget.
know.
Zion.
I think it was Zion.
Zion.
Yeah.
So she kept the Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess similar.
I like the Z.
Similar. Yeah,
We know you like
I
it.
like the Z.
like the Z.
That's awesome. So
Yeah,
I
I
want you-
respect the parents for doing that.
Right.
I do
Break
too,
down this
accepting it.
transitioning. Because, you know, a lot of people feel like transitioning because, like, you're going through this whole change where you're transitioning, where you're going through this whole surgery and transitioning. So, we're like, wait, you keep, you know, she's 12.
But that doesn't mean that she's doing the full transition as if there's
And
like.
that was my argument. That's why I just wanted you to put it out there. Because I had got into an argument with that. Because it was like, well, how is she transitioning when, you know, how you getting the surgery? Like, isn't it illegal? I'm like, just because they're transitioning doesn't mean they're going through that whole surgery.
Exactly.
So they're taking the pills right now.
Not even.
Not
it doesn't
even
even have
that.
to be
It
taking the
doesn't
pills.
have to be
It
that.
could just be
Psychologically.
It could just be now recognizing that person as a
Her.
female or a male for, you know,
Right.
females that transition also. And then also it could just be them changing their appearance as far as like now Zaya is going to be recognized as a girl. So and it could just be that for now. And then once they get to a certain age, they can make that decision on if they do want to have the surgery done, if they do want to take hormones, anything like that. But a lot of times people do take transition as it's you're taking pills, you're on your way to get surgery when that may not be where they're at yet.
You're making
Everybody's-
a total transformation.
Right.
Right.
Everybody's transition is different because some people do a transition, but they don't even take the pills.
Right.
They don't want to take the pills. A lot of people transition and that's all they'll do is they will do
I ain't taking no.
they will do the pills, but they won't do the surgery. And then some people take it all the way and they do everything to fully transition to the other gender.
Well, I guess the good thing about it is there's still time for another transition to happen.
If
He's
it
at 12 now, and who knows, at 16, the transition may be, hey,
and that happens also.
these
a lot of
balls done
people-
dropped.
A lot of people don't talk about that either. Sometimes, you know, that is something that happens. But I feel like for people to judge Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union and also Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, I forget her name. But for them to judge them for making that decision to accept her for who she is, like, you have to at the end of the day. Because there's so much more that's going on out in this world, right? There's so much more that's going on as far as the LGBTQ community, and them not being accepted. So why not? Why not have that exception there?
I
Right.
think it's fucking awesome.
I think it's awesome too. I think that it sets a precedent, especially for our black and brown communities, where those communities are the ones that struggle with it the most. Giving that example for them to have.
Why is it black and brown?
Because
Isn't it the same? So what is it? Black, brown, and yellow?
that's a good.
Yeah, she's yellow. Drakeon.
But fuck you
Cause
up.
that's the second time you said that shit tonight, and I've been trying to figure out it's the same shit.
Well, it's not.
Well, what's black?
Black is us.
Well, what's brown?
Brown is like Latino.
They are fucking black.
Well,
Oh my God.
Then you is separate.
fuck you up.
You-
Whitney, don't laugh at her.
Hey, come on, put your arms up. Put
You
your
are your
arms
own
up.
species. You are,
Right.
not, you are separate.
So I'll say this for minority
That boom.
community.
Hallelujah. There you go.
Okay.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah,
Don't
we can do
black
that.
and brown no more.
Yeah, let's not even do that at all.
There
Not
we
at
go.
all.
So we'll
yeah.
be minorities.
Yeah. So, but
We're gonna take this time out before we dive into our topic,
yeah.
and we're gonna have a word from our sponsor. All right, y'all. So we have had the wonderful word from our sponsor. So now we're gonna get into the topic of the
Wait.
day.
Guess what? Guess what I didn't do? Guess what? If you watching the video, I ain't digging my nose not one time. Yeah, I changed my nose ring. I got a new nose ring.
So that's something we celebrating?
Yeah, duh.
The
They ain't gonna watch me
Zoogie
dug in my
monster.
nose anymore. That's because I had no nose ring and I would turn it.
She was literally in her nose
Yeah.
all the time.
Like
Right.
was
With her
turning it.
Turning it.
Turning it.
But I ain't do it this whole episode because I got a new
Episode
ring.
ain't over yet.
Zister.
I got a new ring.
Episode ain't over
I
yet.
haven't touched my nose since
You
I've
should,
been home.
you should wait until the end to be like, I haven't touched
You
it.
know,
the
but
whole
get into the
episode.
fucking topic.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, but I had to celebrate. Fuck you. I had to let our
See what I'm
YouTube viewers know, hey, yo,
Yeah.
no nose digging. No nose digging.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Hallelujah.
You loyal.
She ain't
Special.
smart.
I am smart, bitch.
She is special.
No,
But
Is she
sometimes.
loyal but smart? Question mark.
It's all good. That's what we got going.
So, we're gonna get into the topic of staying consistent.
Staying consistent.
So, of course, we have our wonderful guest here, who is going to be. We're kind of going to base this off of him first, and then we're going to do our little roundtable thing as normal. So, first thing first. So, let's kind of get into Zogies, right? So, what made you want to start a business?
That was something I always wanted from a young lad. My pops, Ezel Sr., drug me all around the town cutting grass. I had a landscaping business.
Okay,
And he said, boy, I'm going to teach you how to keep a couple dollars in your pocket.
there we go.
See how to go out here with nothing and come back with something. And that something always stuck in my head. So when I went to school, I said I was going to go get business administration so I can learn how to run a business.
I can't with him.
And when I graduated, I says, I'm going to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And I've been one for 20 plus years.
Nice.
I lied. I actually been one for 40 years. Because I forgot. I was cutting the grass. I went and got through the doors and got the shit and got the
That's
customers.
right.
I forgot.
We say 40 plus.
Yeah,
right.
I threw them, and I had papers, newspaper out. I was throwing papers and hitting people and shit. It was fun growing up. But I had a little business.
hitting
Little
people.
business. Yeah,
Yes,
That's like being a
and sold some candy. It was crazy. We used to get back in my dad's truck and throw the little carriers all around, and then people started throwing shit back at us. Don't take this bullshit. But yeah, I always wanted to be free.
Amen.
He said a hard head make a soft ass. So I ain't want nobody to tell me shit because I was gonna be hard headed.
That's my problem.
I know that's mine. So
Nobody asked y'all the first time.
I know. I said I know that's mine. I didn't
know
say nothing
this
about
one
you.
shaking her
I'm
head,
just like
co-signing.
you.
So yeah,
I get
but so when it came to the concept of Zogies, what made you want to do the fried hoagie?
Most things when it comes to entrepreneur, you just gotta be aware and be mindful of what's going on around you. So what happened was, what happened was, we started Zogies in my backyard years and years, almost a decade ago. I sold rainbows for a decade before that, 14 years. What's a rainbow? Is a vacuum cleaner. Use water, don't get nothing wet. It's really good, but I left that alone. But one day, my partner made some fish and told me to make my own damn sandwich. And when I went ahead and put my shit together, I said, oh, you gonna make my own shit? I'm gonna show you. I used to work at Rachel's Deli, 49 Deli now. I put that shit, when I bit, I said, oh shit, this a sale. I said, you know what you did with the fish? Because I know what I did. She said, okay. And the next weekend, Zogies was born. But you said, how did the fried hoagie come on?
Right.
Me and my little nieces got together. I said, we was trying to figure out a name and what the slogan. And she said, oh, you should be called Unbelievable Fried Hoagies. So we called it a fried hoagie, but the bread and all that stuff wasn't fried in the beginning. The
Okay.
food was fried, fried fish. I used to go to Philly to Bilal's. I love getting me a fish hoagie from Bilal's in the city. And that shit got shut down. I said, damn, I need to start my own shit too. But once we got that in my mind. And but later on, after we started in the yard,
Right.
and when we talk about consistency, ain't that at the top of your thing? Consistency,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
One thing about business, consistency also envelops discipline. Because in sacrifice, To be consistent, you're gonna have to be disciplined and sacrifice a whole lot of shit. Because when we start these businesses at the crib, we do that shit on the weekend. And the weekend is time we go with Zardy, we party, we go have a Zams on.
Right.
But guess what? Consistency meant you gotta be out here every damn weekend selling these damn Zogies. But I'll fast forward to when the fried hoagie came back. I got pulled in because they saw the hustle, they saw the consistency. They saw that shit. And they said, I got a call from the Amish market in Violet. Whole damn hour away. Said, we heard you got something unique down there. It's called a fried hoagie called Zogie. Can you please come down here and we're going to give you our kitchen for free. We just need it fulfilled. And we went down there and we was doing our thing. And all these, my daughter said, I'll call them Caucasians. They were always coming through. And they would come ask me questions. They said, I fry hoagie. Do you fry the whole thing? And I'm like, no, we just put we fried this thing, fried the fish, chicken. And they was like, oh. And I learned in sales over the years, wow factor. You gotta have a wow factor, right? You see 1,000 cows every day, but if you see a purple one, you're gonna talk about that shit, right? And I saw these people every day. They said, did you fry it? The whole thing. And I said, no, just and I saw it as a downer. I said, well, shit. I became a mad scientist. I was in there, it was slow anyway. I gonna fry the shit out of this bread. Let's put it in the grease.
That's right.
And I put that shit in the grease because I saw it was gonna be a wow factor. And I pulled it out. That shit was greasy as hell. Put it in the grease again. Turned the temperature up. Did that. Put it out. Greasy as hell. Then I put it in there. Turned the temperature here. Did this here. And I shut and I waited and I looked and I pulled that shit out. It was gold.
Yo!
It was gold. I said, this roll is gonna be gold. And when they asked me now, they said, you fry the whole thing? I said, yes.
Yes!
I fry it
The
all.
whole thing!
I fry it all. I do. Does it wow you? And he said, yes.
If no one watches our YouTube, you better be watching this motherfucking YouTube,
Log
okay?
and subscribe.
Log in and subscribe to this YouTube, because you gotta see the theatrics, okay? But it's worth it, okay? But with that, when you said something that was really, really important there, like you saw that need that was there, right? You saw that, they weren't interested in just like a fried fish hoagie.
They've been around.
Right. They was like, do you fry the whole thing? So a lot of other people would have took that and been like, man, they ain't trying to get what I'm selling. And just left it at that. But you made sure that you listened to what your customers were saying. And you saw, okay, I see that when I say that, they're not as interested as they would be if I did fry it.
Right.
And you took that. And like you said, you tried it the first time, it ain't come out right. You tried it again, it ain't come out right. You tried it the third time, guess what? We got it, okay? So, for me, this is a question that's kind of aside from, staying consistent, but what made you keep diving into it instead of just being like, man, you know what? They want a whole fried hoagie and I ain't got all that. And making what they were asking for. What made you kind of stay in that course?
Whenever I get into something, I never want it to be poop juice. I never want to be average. That's what I call poop juice, being average. I want to be excellent, great. And what I was doing at the time was good. It was, people was talking about it. Yo, my man got these hoagies. They call them Zogies and everything. And the slogan was unbelievable fried hoagie. But I wanted to be excellent. And the one thing I used to teach in class, in my old business, Rainbow, I was a sales manager, right? I said, if you ever be looked at as a salesman, you probably will lose. You got to become a sales professional. A sales professional takes in consideration those who they want to entertain. They listen to everything they say. And I saw that these individuals would be wild if somehow I figured a way to fry that Zam roll. Because their curiosity was out the roof. They came just because they saw the slogan said, unbelievable fried hoagie. That was the pique their interest.
Right.
Now, once I pique interest, I got to close the deal.
Right.
Better give it something. I always say I got to put it in their mouth. I got to put something in their mouth real quick, a little sample. And you put it
TMI, because my thought process, put something in their mouth, it was wrong.
Oh my
but it's
gosh.
right. It's
Get your minds
it's
right, because
definitely
my
right.
mind was wrong. My mind was wrong.
Put it in the guys when I put examples in there.
Examples.
But yeah.
I'm gonna get my life together one of these days. Not today though.
But I definitely put it in their mouth. But at the same time,
Still saying.
this reaction was amazing. It was definitely amazing. I love this reaction when it's in their mouth. This is beautiful.
Right.
It's a beautiful.
See what I'm saying? He just
It's
like,
a beautiful thing. I mean, it's enlightening.
We're talking about the examples.
Examples.
But
Yes.
my brain, y'all know how
Yes.
my brain
I get
works.
it.
See what I'm saying?
We get both sides.
And I remember
See?
the first time I had a Zogi.
Mm.
I was like, how you fry this? Like, how did he fry this?
Yeah.
Like, what in the world? Like, how did he come up with it? It's not greasy. It's not like feeling like you got a whole bunch of just nasty in your mouth or anything. I was like, yo, this is good. Like,
Yep.
I'm like, what's this sauce on here? I'm like, oh man, like this is crazy.
Cause she's the
This is crazy.
one, of course, like you said, people had heard about it, knew about it, but she's the one who was like, yeah, like, you gotta try that. Cause that thing, she was like, I don't know how he do it, but it's fried. She was like, that's all I can say is a fried hoagie. Like, you gotta try it. I'm like, okay, let me go try it then.
Yeah, go basic. If you don't wanna you don't wanna step out your comfort zone, go ahead and just get a regular fried Zogi, just some fish Zogi, and that's it. If you want to get all extra and stuff like that, do that later. But if you want to try it, sure, go ahead. I'm telling you,
They can't ever try a Zogi. It's his experience.
yeah.
It's his experience. When they
It's
put that
something.
in their mouth, it's God.
See, I didn't call myself
It's-
down.
It's so
myself
ridiculous.
down.
It's ridiculous. It is. It's very, very, very ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But it was all about the wow factor. It's all about listening to what they saw. I saw that it would wow them, and I had to now make it happen, and then
Mm-hmm.
be consistent and keep giving that product in that way over and over and
Right.
over and 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 over every Zam's weekend.
Yeah.
Damn! Every weekend is
Consistent.
can I go party? Can I go chill?
Nope.
Can I go sip something?
Nah.
Can I do something?
On
Nope.
the weekday.
Not a zam-zay could I do, because then on the weekdays you gotta prepare for the weekend.
That's right.
This shit was real. It's all zam-zay. All zam-zay. Oh God. It gets hard.
I
It's
can't.
crazy, but you do. It's possible though.
It is.
But it's discipline. It's sacrifice.
So you brought up something that's just saying poop juice. Let's get into the poop juice.
Poop juice.
The averageness
Average.
of the juice, or
Poop juice. When I came up with it, remember, he's always taking things. I'm reading a whole bunch of books, and I don't know if you ever heard about when you're getting down here. So you're having stinking thinking. Now, these are old sales books I used to read back in the day, called it stinking thinking. So now I'm getting into the process where I'm writing books, and I said, well, I gotta be different. So Zucker's stinking thinking. How about dumpster juice beliefs? How about poop juice performances? You know what I mean? So when I go out here and do things half-assed or average, I say that's some poop juice shit, so. That's some poop juice shit. That stinks. That stinks. But a lot of people do poop juice performance, and when everyone else is poop juice, they celebrate like it's great. But when you know you can smell your damn self when you ain't smelling right. Some poop juice shit. So let's move into excellence. And that's in my book in the future called Easy Excellence. Excellence the easy way, which is not an easy way, but it is a sure way you can have your way in life. You know what I mean? But poop juice is a direct result of dumpster juice beliefs. When you're talking about negativity, things that cause you doubt, things that cause you to be passive, because when it comes to entrepreneurism, passiveness will never help you. You have to be aggressive. I have one in front of me. You gotta be aggressive. You
better tell it.
gotta be aggressive. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But strategic in your aggression. You gotta be strategic and aggressive. Say wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove. So basically, you gotta be wise in the way you move, but definitely be moving towards a goal or towards something that you're trying to achieve, and do it consistently. We're going to stay on that word, because that word is the reason why
Yes.
everything is happening the way it's happening, because we just
Keep it going.
Yeah.
damn
Keep
clock.
it going.
Yep.
AB.
So, with that, right, we got the poop juice, right? So, how do we stay consistent when business is not consistent? How do you stay not wanting to be poop juice when you like, damn, I feel like poop juice because I ain't selling like I've been selling, or, I'm selling, but I ain't making no extra moves. Like it's nothing more happening. How do you keep that consistency?
You got to be able to sell yourself. You got to become the greatest salesman in the world to yourself. And basically, I'm selling myself at all times, regardless of what my situation is, regardless of what my reality is at the time. That reality at the time is not matching what I believe I should be or I believe excellence performance would have me to have. I have to ignore it. It's there, but be able to ignore it consistently enough to where the vision in my head really, really, really is truly a reality. And all I know and believe is that I just got to continue to push, and that reality will manifest into a reality. But it's hard as hell when you got this bill that got to get paid. You got this damn warning, what you call it, damn notice, your lights gonna get turned off in a second. And you know you're doing this business. You got your parents, your family, your friends say, go get a real job and do that on the side. You can't lose your shit. You gotta do this on the side. And then you gotta know who you are. See, I'm a addictive type. So if I get into that job, I'm gonna go be the best at that damn job and I'm gonna go hard as hell. And guess what's gonna fail? Yep. I'm not gonna put the energy over here because I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this. So I said, oh my gosh. And this is me, it's different for each person. So I said, nope. We gonna die if we try to do this shit. We gonna make it happen. But being able to put away all that shit that's in front of you, and I mean, it's almost like you're lying to yourself, but you're lying to yourself in the present form, but you are believing the truth that what you see in the vision. The base of the vision is truth. This is a lie. My present state is a lie. Even though it is here and I'm experiencing, it's a lie. I got to get to the truth. Okay. And the truth is what I see.
You better preach.
You know what I mean? So what I see is what's going to happen regardless of what's going on right now. And if you hold on to that, I believe in divine providence. That means people, places, and things start coming your way when you have totally sold yourself on, I'm going to get this. Mm-hmm. It's coming. It got to go down. So now all of a sudden here go the phone ringing. You know what I mean? Hey, come to the Amish market and shit. I was in Salem. You got the Zogies. Where the hell did this come from? All type of people. Hey, bro, you want me to partner with you? And of course, I shoot everybody away. I mean, from the yard, they wasn't a partner. Right. My path actually could have probably been easier. And I mean, this is on off topic, but I let some past hurts in my other business cause me to not trust. Right. When opportunity was there the whole time, but I said, shit, I'm willing to go the hard way. I believe in reaping and sowing. We're going to get it anyway. So I actually feel better this way anyway. You know what I mean? I went through the struggle. Right. But yeah. The is the toughest when you don't have the finances and the support, especially of your loved ones. You know what I mean? Especially when it's right there when you get ready to lose everything. They're telling you because they love you. Right. They love you. They want you to do okay. They don't want you to fall on your face. But I realize I gotta be willing to fall on my face because the dream that I have is huge. So it's not gonna be easy. Right. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be easy. So that shit is gonna take consistent effort every damn day. Can't take a day off. We creatures of habit. As soon as you take that damn day off, it's easier to take the next day off. Oh, right. So now guess how much easier it is to be consistently doing nothing. Mm-hmm. It's so much easier to do consistent shit. You know what I mean? Be consistently poop juiced is easier to be consistently poop juiced than it is to be consistently excellent. You know what I mean? So it's a challenge. You know what I mean? But you can do it.
You definitely hit on some good points there. Like first point is you had the way that you could have made it easier for yourself, right? And someone told me this a while ago when it comes to business. You don't want to just accept someone as a partner, just to accept someone as a partner. Because you got to make sure that your beliefs and their beliefs line up before you partner. It can't just be, oh, I'm going to give you this money and then you're going to give me money back. It has to be believing in each other and really, like you said, you don't want to be the only one that's working. And then that person is just reaping them benefits. You can't do that either. So that's why you had to make that decision. Guess what? I'm going to just do this on my own. And then that opened up more opportunities for you on your own versus what would that opportunity had looked like if you did partner with someone else? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's definitely a blessing in itself. You being able to see that and know that. And then you hit on something else that was really, really hit me personally because with me and my business, and it's still in its new stages, right? And it's family that's like, look, what you mean? Like, you need to let that go. That ain't it. Yeah. That ain't it. You let that go. You need to do this. You need to go work and you need to work on your other stuff. You don't need to work on that. That's not it. But I know it's it. I know what it is to me. And we, like you said, you have to stay in that mindset of, guess what? I see what it is in the future, not just what it is right now. You got to stick with that.
The vision was given to you.
Yeah.
The vision was given to you, not to them. You can't expect them to see it. And now, since they don't see it, and now you see them, meaning they're an obstacle right now, guess what you got to do? Take your eyes off of them. You got to separate yourself from family, friends. I mean, love them. I get up with them, I have a good time, but I'm back over here because you're going to drain my energy. You know what I mean? I got It's so hard. I got to purposely stay around positive energy because this shit is crazy. You know what I mean? So you got to keep everybody away from you. I don't care who it is, mom, pops, daughter, son, husband, boyfriend, whoever it is. If you got to go into your cubby, you stay there. Because if you don't stay there, it's impossible to get where you see. And if you don't get where you see, you're going to feel unfulfilled because you know you're being poop juice. And you know you're not fulfilling excellence. You know you have so much potential. And I believe all humans have crazy potential. And when we're not walking in that, this is where depression kicks in. This is where cats they can't stay sober. Everything goes crazy because you not fulfilling what you know. You know you're excellent. You know you're crazy, but you've been consistently acting poop juice.
Yeah.
And now it's hard to get that stench off you because you've been in that poop for so damn long. You know what I mean? So it's definitely crazy. But, But consistency in the midst of craziness is what it's going to take for each and every entrepreneur, whoever wants to start something up, to get through it right now. I got an anniversary tomorrow. And I've been, whether or not I was going to talk about that tomorrow and anything, where an anniversary where I had achieved what I seen. I wrote in that book, Easy Excellence, years ago, that and within 5 years I would be on TV. The world would know me, would know Zogies, and Zogies would be sold. They said Zogies is impossible to sell. I wrote in there, impossible to sell in Salem, not in the poor area. You couldn't sell it there. So all these things I wrote, and even now, the numbers we're doing, is people are looking like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, remember, I'm in Salem. It doesn't have to be Salem. People come from everywhere else to
come
be
here.
there. But the anniversary is this, where I had the biggest obstacle in my life. Something so surreal. You know what I mean? I've now reached the goal. I'm on TV. I'm being drawn in. I got interviews with Food Network. I did a virtual, what's the name? The boys getting ready, blow up on a level where the whole world would know me. And now I'm going to be able to touch people in certain ways. And then what happens on February 14, 2017? Hatred. Sometimes from cats you don't even know, never met in a day of life. They decided to do a drive-by on my business.
Right.
And you realize, if you shoot at a business and this, that, and the other, the people say, shit, I ain't dying for no Zogie.
Right.
So I go from 200, 300 customers a day. I mean, $1 million pace for 2 months. I know what it is to be $1 million business. I know what it feels like. It's crazy. It's chaotic. It's great. But I'd rather have that than not, right?
Right.
So I'd rather have that than not.
Exactly.
But they shot on my shit. And from that, within a month and a half, you went from 300 to 3 people. 3 people. Now, what you do? Right. You had this emotional high. You achieved it. And it's taken away from you. That's what I talk about, being appreciative of every stage you're at, because no matter what you get, it can be taken. And overnight, bam, that was taken. Not completely, though, because they didn't shoot me. They shot my truck, not me. So I'm still alive.
Right.
The very next day, I was out that motherfucker. Hey, Zogies, man. And again, eat some Zogies. You'll have some faith just like the creator. You see, I ain't fearful of shit. I don't know who the hell did it, but I'm here.
Right.
I'm here.
Right.
Keep coming. No, you're not coming. You're not going to come. Come on. No, you're not coming. Goddamn. I gave all this money. I was making money. I paid all my bills off. And paid that shit off. I thought they was going to keep coming.
Right.
I said, I ain't got no more. Oh, shit. Well, at least I did pay them off, whatever. But now, for that moment, for the last 2-3 years, consistency. You keep on going. You keep on going. Let them think what they want to think, but you keep on going. You keep pushing. And eventually, guess what? The story is going to pan out, and it's going to be greater than the original story. So, yeah, the toughest times is going to create and basically show you who you are, and do you really want that? You know what I mean? Because that immediately, most people walked up to me and said, shit, I would have closed my shit today.
Right.
Your
Right.
your daughter be on that truck. Your people be on that this, that, and the other. I said, she wasn't. Why are you bringing things that didn't happen?
Exactly.
See, this is how the mind works. It start bringing what could have, what that didn't. Don't let that block you. And I was fighting. That's something I had to do every day. Fight that, because this was coming every way. The news reporters. But they was trying to put fear in you. And I said on the news, I said, fear will paralyze you. And I felt bad by saying, because I said a paraplegic can't move, can't do anything. And I said, I shouldn't have said it that way. But what I was saying, your dream will die with you if you get froze up.
Right.
You get froze up in fear, you can't get it. So consistency is everything, even when you ain't getting nothing. You're out there and they made a damn thing. I mean, but eventually, and it's so funny because now I feel the momentum and everything is going back to, oh my God, it's going to be
Like, it
beautiful.
feels so good.
Well, it feels so good. I said, thank you. Not really. No, I don't think y'all. Fuck that. That was the bullshit. But the story's going to be so better in the future. Like,
Right.
wow, you really went, yeah.
Right.
And
Like this happened, like
this
I'm here
happened.
at this point now.
Huge. That was huge. Tomorrow I am going to talk. I'm going to get it structured, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I wasn't going to bring that up and let that die, but at the same time, never forget, right? Never forget the day of this.
That's
But
right.
never forget.
But it brought you to this,
right.
to where you are now. So it's definitely worth it. That's your testimony. That's your testimony.
Yes, I'm proud of
And
that.
that's your
testimony.
motivation.
I'm
Exactly.
so proud of
Yeah.
that testimony. I said, they said you should have closed that shit right away.
But why?
You know what? Yeah, I mean, they was like, you're in a Caucasian city, and they got your nigga ass out of there. And I said, no, I didn't go nowhere until I just couldn't afford to be there no more. But
Right.
I couldn't pay the bill no more. I had to go.
Right.
I was out of business. So I was like, damn, they got me out of here because of the funds, not because I quit.
Right.
Because I went out of business there. I
Right.
just went somewhere else.
Exactly. So we talked about that low, right? Those lows and staying consistent. But like you said, you were at a point where you had like 200, 300 customers a day, right? So what had you stay consistent in that, right? Because it's so easy to get to that point and be like, man, I'm a chill. You know what I mean? Like you said, like I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? I'm feeling that high. Like I'm getting these customers in here. Hey, how you doing? You know what I
Right.
mean? But how do you keep yourself to stay consistent when you have all of those people coming to your truck, all of those people knowing who you are? How do you keep yourself consistent with that?
Knowing the fact that it all can go tomorrow in the fashion, but it is a problem that when a lot of people reach a certain level, start making a certain amount of money because they're used to not having money. So a little bit of money, I'm good. You know, I'm good. So they be like, why are they working so hard? They millionaires. They're millionaires. This, that, and the other. In my previous business, I was making $300 a sale, and I outworked. I reached every goal, so I got myself up to 500. You know what I mean? I kept reaching each bonus. Whatever bonus they said, I went and got that bonus to get even more. And then, then the guy told me, he said, if I ever pay anybody $1,000+, they never do the same amount they did when they made $200-300. You know what I mean? And I understood what he was saying. And I said, shit, give me the $1,000. I'm gonna go get mine. But actually, at that time, I played a lot. I had hoop dreams at that time, and I played ball. So I can go sell one, got a couple stacks, and then I can go play ball all damn day, balling, this, that, and the other. But I had a little comfortability because I was able to make a decent amount of money quickly,
Right.
and then I would go do what I do, which the proper thing is. Now I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You can make 1,000 every time. You be selling 3 in a day, bro. You could go make 3 stacks a day, and that's what has been the motivation. Go get it. You might get $1 million. You can get $2 million. And once you find those the top performers, those people that operate in excellence, the cats that avoid poop juicism, because what you just talked about is poop juicism. You get here, and
Right.
you think, I'm good. I'm gonna live this life, but that's not enough because that's gonna be taken away very quickly. In a
Right.
sense, so these individuals realize it takes a lot of money to live this life that we all dream of. So it's gonna take consistent work. But then once you get to the next level, you figure out how to make all that work for you, and then you still are working because you put systems in place, you put people in place, and now the money is being made and turned over, and now you go live the life that you live, and then you're free to think of others again.
That's CP.
She's right there.
Operations John is going through her issues
Oh,
again, guys.
Lord have mercy.
I be talking a whole lot. I get excited.
No,
No.
we was enjoying you,
Yeah, it's her.
but her and her bullish. Damn it, this why I sat over here.
She like a little toddler.
She is like, oh my gosh.
She's like, okay, blah blah blah. All right.
Whatever you say,
All right. Positivity.
Right.
Yeah,
Consistency.
positive.
Right. Whatever.
Be disciplined.
It's time for you to go to bed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Mr. Blue Boy.
So y'all
I
gonna
know.
come at me like that?
Because that's you.
Because that's you.
I just wanted to rub my feet on you.
Stop rubbing your feet on me,
It
dog.
wasn't that bad.
Yes,
Mm,
they're on me.
That's her comfort. That's her. It feels her comfort. She's
Jesus.
comfort.
So, don't you do it. Because don't
I know.
do it. Put your feet back.
I got them on me. I'm on my own feet together. Mind your business.
Good.
Self love.
So, like you said, like you gotta be able to not want to be poop juice. You don't want to be average. You gotta know that when you're going through that high, you want it to keep going higher.
Right.
When you going through that low, you gotta look past the low into what the vision truly is and what the future truly is.
They say see the end from the beginning. They said we have that ability as humans to see the end from the beginning. And if you can keep your focus on the end, what's in between doesn't matter. It'll keep you motivated because you see the end, and when the feeling of the end. How would you feel if you had $1 million? How would you feel if you can just go vacation whenever you want? How would you feel if you could just choose here, choose there, and go? Now step in that feeling, remember that feeling, and when the bullshit happens, remember that feeling and go through it. You know what I mean? So that was powerful. I listen to that shit all the time, and that
Kept
makes me
you
consistent.
Yeah.
Whitney,
Yeah.
do something with her.
I can't. She's being
So-
consistent.
Shut up.
I had consistently rubbing my feet on you.
Over.
So-
and over.
I can't. So we talked about what that consistency looks like from a low and a high place, right? But let's go into a little bit more of who and what keeps you consistent and motivated.
I always tell a story about a little guy. He was running a race, right? And it was a whole bunch of kids, and they were running. They was out, moving. And all the kids heard cats hollering at their parents and everybody hollering, yo, go. And this little kid got to run, and he fell down. And his dad would say, get up and win the race. He got up, started running harder. Fell down again. Get up, win the race. He heard this voice keep telling his dad, telling him to get up and win the race. So, of course, he ain't winning the race. The people already won the race. His son crosses the line. People go wild. They go crazy. This, that, and the other. And he finished the race, right? And I said, that's awesome because he heard his dad tell him to go ahead and win the race. Well, I have a belief that we all have a spirit within all of us that would have us to get up and win the race. So no matter what's going on, you got to be willing to be alone. You got to be willing to be isolated. So basically, I'm able to tell myself that this vision I see, I got to get there, and I listen to the voice within to say, get your ass up and win the race.
Right.
Get your ass up and get it. I know a lot of cliche talk is, my daughter, I got a 6-year-old daughter. I'm supposed to say, I'm going to do this for her. No, keep it 100. I was going to do this without her being born. I was going to do this without my partner being there. I was going to do this without whatever it is, because this is what I see and want to do. And me doing this will make life great for them.
Right.
I know that. But they are not the ultimate motivation for me. I know nothing outside myself is going to be the proper motivation, because when you're motivated things outside yourself, the things outside yourself can actually deter you. And I think so within me, all responsibility on me is going to drive me to get the things that I see. I liked how that rhymed.
I know, right?
That was well put together.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
That came
so
around.
keeping it within, internal motivation. I mean, getting rid of dumpster juice police, believing everything, all the power is within you. You have your own thing. You got all the skills. You got all the keys. If you don't, you can go get it and push for it. And if you do all that, everything around you will be blessed by it. That's my motivation. It comes from in here.
I'm like,
Zoki gonna do this shit.
anybody else would have been like my family, my daughter, like it would've
You know,
been-
someone in particular, you know
Right.
what it said.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, nah,
Would've been just this
nah,
particular
it ain't
person.
y'all. It ain't y'all. We gonna make Zoki's gonna make this happen. When I'm laying on my deathbed, I'm gonna feel good that I saw this and I went after it and I achieved
Right.
it. I had one life to live and I put it and I lived it for myself, knowing that I would bless others in the process, but I had to live it for myself.
Right.
And that's when you have no regrets because I didn't put myself off and put this off. I disciplined myself. I sacrificed. I didn't get a chance to get a lot of things for a moment. And then later on, I was able to do everything because of the temporary sacrifices and the consistency in them sacrifices. Because we know we can all get hyped up for a minute.
Amen.
And sacrifice for 3 months. We could sacrifice for a year. And that shit be like, man, this just,
Right.
Nah, that sacrifice goes on until it happens. I mean, I be tripping on some people, you know, when it come to, yeah, that's another topic. Okay, say like a couple cats, they be, you know, sexual transmutation. This is a big thing they call it, sexual transmutation, using the energy and the power of sex to motivate individuals to achieve greatness. A lot of men, great men, utilize these things. They say they were highly sex driven. And they did this and became great because they wanted to do what they wanted to do for this happy. And you see that everywhere. People are driven by sex, that energy. That energy drives an individual, and some of these individuals are able to utilize this energy to get just that. When that energy, if you disciplined yourself and said, nah, I don't deserve that. A lot of these cats been smashed. They ain't deserve to be smashed. How they smashed? You ain't even working, man.
Let me
How
tell
you
you.
get that zooch like that, man? I don't know what.
He's
Hey,
preaching.
hey, hold off, my man.
Right
Hold
now.
on.
Okay.
Transmute that energy to something to make you successful. And once you transmute that energy to something successful, you're going to get all the sex you need and all the sex you want. But you got to be willing to sacrifice it all to go here. And that's the way up, because that energy is powerful. That desire to go lay a seed is powerful. One of the most powerful things around. And that actually can help you be consistent and pursuing your goals.
What's
as long as you don't
crazy
take it
that you
way.
talked about that, right? So I'm finally listening to the Megan Good and Deborah Franklin book, The Weight,
Okay. Yeah.
and they talk about that, about how like so many people just thought about it as like they're just promoting like don't have sex until marriage, right? But that's not what they're promoting. They're not anti-sex. They're like, no, like sex is good. Sex was put here by God.
Right.
But what they're promoting is being able to become the best version of yourself before you have sex. So what they talk about is marriage, because that was their experience. So they can't talk about how it feels to just not have sex until like a certain point. But they said that what they recognize is with holding back on that energy, they were being blessed in every other aspect of their life. Because that energy that they would have been expelling from having sex, they were now giving that energy to everything else. And they were able to improve those aspects of their life. So that's funny that you brought it up, because I literally just started listening to the book, and that's what they was talking about, how like, yeah, like they can only talk about it from their standpoint.
Creative
But
energy.
you got to think of it in the standpoint of just think of what you could be doing, what you could be putting your energy in versus, you know, Megan was saying it like, you know, I'm sitting up here, I'm having sex, I'm a Christian, but like I'm only a Christian when it's comfortable for me, right? And for certain things, I'm not putting it all on the line. I'm not taking that time out to be celibate. And then it was like, you know, I made that decision. Didn't even realize my husband was around me already. She like, I made the decision to be celibate, and I'm like, this dude is around me, he cool or whatever, not even knowing he was celibate. But she said the first time she met him, she knew it was going to be her husband. But she didn't know how. She was like, I don't know how he going to be my husband, but he going to be my husband. She didn't know when she decided to be celibate, he was already celibate. He had been celibate for almost 10 years. Had no idea. But...
Tupac, really?
But your face is what happened.
Tupac.
But that's what they were talking about, how like he said it in the sense of him not having sex brought about so many blessings in his life that it was like he had to. That's what he kept putting in his mind. Like the temptation was there. The both with the both of them. She was like, it was a lot of nights it may have went down. He was like, yeah, before they got married.
So that means you can't jerk off.
I didn't get into all that. I didn't get into all that. See, you gotta always.
Because when you celibate, dude, so you can jerk off or no?
I don't know.
Guess you do what you want to do. I guess you just do it.
It depends on what your vision of celibacy is.
Yeah.
But you gotta also. But
I mean,
no.
not busting no nuts or nothing.
But here's the thing: is that a lot of people think of. Shut up, Wick. I had to stop because of Wick. We got a whole nother subject. Look, now, damn it, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna get back to staying consistent.
I'm consistent, cutting you off.
Yes, you are. Changing the goddamn subject. You consistent with that shit.
I'm just curious.
So it all depends on the person, because some people they can get addicted to that. That could be the energy. Yeah. Some people do it several times a day.
What do you want to say? Jacking off? What do you want to say? Masturbating? What? Why you want me to put it? Playing with yourself? What?
Like I say, flick the bean, okay?
No!
Flick the bean.
Well, that's only for women though. Only women flicking the bean.
I know.
Everybody jerks off.
Everybody does.
Oh man, you got me spitting. You got me spitting.
For a hot second, I was going to put your business out there for a
I
second.
forget it.
But I'm not.
Shut up.
Everybody doesn't jerk off.
Right.
Okay?
Some people save that creative energy
Thank
and
you.
utilize it to
Yes,
create
Zoe.
something that
Yes.
can
Like
create
celibacy.
create something.
So, because people get addicted to that and they use their energy with doing that
Now,
versus
that's funny.
having the actual.
Yeah.
And how creative, and after you have a release, how much creativism is in you after you release? Cats is like,
People go to sleep.
They go
That's
to
what I'm
sleep.
saying.
They
So
going
you
to
celibate,
sleep.
do you not busting no nuts?
It depends on the person, because some people don't do that at all.
None of that.
They don't do none of that.
That's what I'm saying.
It depends. I can't answer the question because it
Are
depends
you
on the
celibate?
person. No,
Okay.
not right now.
We should do that.
Bitch, bye.
No, she ain't about to do it. I've been celibate
Fuck you
before.
talking about?
I've been celibate before,
What?
intentionally and unintentionally. I've been celibate.
I ain't intentionally and
Intentionally,
unintentionally doing that damn thing.
So that's another topic for another day.
Factual.
Yes, another
Right.
topic.
I would definitely like to see her do that though.
Who?
You.
Do what?
So your energy, let me see. I would like to
Your
see
energy.
your energy.
Crazy.
Yeah, I would love to see her energy. just
people would
directed
die.
in a different
But
way.
no, they wouldn't. You would be surprised.
Alright,
They wouldn't die.
anyway, back to being consistency with these
So we're
fried
gonna get into the
dough.
consistency of
No.
you being celibate.
Yeah.
Ooh, we gonna have a challenge.
Ooh, we not.
Man,
Yes, we
nah,
are.
I know.
We're gonna do a
What's wrong
challenge.
with you? Challenge these. I'm not motherfucking
Challenge these. And you wonder where your daughter gets it from. And you wonder where your daughter gets it from.
Shut your mouth.
Mm,
I
mm,
ain't doing nothing. Consistent.
Stay consistent.
So, does
I swear. Yo.
so, ladies, we've gone through all of our questions that we kind of came up with. Does anybody have any questions?
Nah, I think you hit everything.
I mean, it was us because we came up with these questions,
I
right?
mean, but you asked them. Now's my time to be difficult. It's almost finished.
So, business
So,
job.
okay. So, I know with us talking a little bit before, just could you give us just a little skim off the top of what's in the future for Zoki?
Ooh, we got a little immediate future and we got a far off.
Okay, so immediate.
A little immediate future here we have.
Just a
Because
little-
we'll talk about that next time we have you on the show. You
Yeah,
know
it's
you
a
like
little-
on the-
Oh shit, they zulking me back.
That's
Oh,
right.
They
That's
zulking
right.
me
Like,
back.
you back.
Welcome me back. Holy shit, we'll talk about sexual rehabilitation then. Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Going on
Yes.
down here.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, when I talked about earlier, divine providence, like people, places, things come out of nowhere, it's amazing right now. Everywhere I go, individuals are offering me their hand. They're saying, it's funny, this little store, Hank's in Salem, grew up, that was one little store we go to. When I was struggling to try to get a truck or get somewhere to be in the beginning, I went there and begged them, can I use your kitchen? You ain't doing nothing with it. They told me, no, you sell drugs, you're going to do it. I said, bro, I don't sell drugs. He just kept on saying stuff about drugs. But he was fearful that his family would lose their business, this, that, and the other. But I said, bro, my reputation is none of that. But he wouldn't listen. I so happened to walk in there the other day because I had to go get some, because, we don't have a grocery store in Salem, so I went and go grab some onions. And he said, hey, how are you? I said, yeah, man. I'm running around doing a lot of little things. I see, you never come back. So they're going to flip it. I never came back. I never came back. I said, well, unfortunately for him, before I was willing to pay him. I was going to pay him $800, $1,000 to be in your place and plus to make you money. Now it's all changed because now everyone is giving me their hand. Right at this moment, the offers on the table are the Sunoco that I'm at. I got the truck out there, but the owner wants me to be on the inside. So we're going to be making moves to be able to get the process started. We went to get it started before the year out, and then the guy had something happen where he went blind.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he went blind, some type of sugar or something, so he couldn't drive, so we haven't been able to get, because he has to go to the meeting. I went to the meeting because I was on it. I said, I ain't gonna be poop juice. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go. And I went. I said, we're gonna make this shit happen. We're gonna see Zogies up on this shit. That shit gonna be crazy in my hometown, Zogies, right? So I'm hype about that. So that's still on the table. That right there, we're gonna hopefully get that permission by this summer. So here in the Grove, it's a lot of individuals that extended their hand. Stu Beanies, they actually offered me their place. For Zogies to be the food within that bar as a collaboration where we'll be two separate businesses there. And what makes it a blessing to be.
They got a kitchen, right?
Yeah, they got a kitchen. Yeah, when Zogies there, but you got to have a staff for all these things.
Right,
so then I made a call to so I remember Divine Providence. I made a call to the guy that was blind. I thought, but it wasn't him because I put in my phone Arab Man gas station. So I messed up. I messed up, and so I called Arab gas station. It was the guy Sunshine, but that wasn't the guy. The guy's name was Jesse, but I just put them together. I said, oh damn. So I'm talking to him. I said, hey man, I'm coming talking about so we can get this thing. That I said they need you to come down to the meeting, the planning board meeting. No, this you the food truck man? I said, And it was a guy that owns the Speed Mart down here in Pittsgrove. And he owns the Speed Mart in Exit 10.
Tell them to stop motherfucking charging me tax on my blunts.
Oh.
I'm sick of it.
Well, that's something different. Yeah.
What? Don't keep taxing me.
Taxing
the
you
fucking
your
dollar. The fuck come up there $2.12, $6, $7. What the fuck is you talking about? This motherfucker is the dollar. Okay? That's it.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
Aren't they charge tax?
Don't charge me on Rat Packs. Don't charge me.
How? How can they not charge you on something that's taxable?
Listen, Linda. Listen. I don't get charged extra tax.
Well, then go to the place where you don't get charged at.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Hey, boo.
I'm
so confused.
I'll go to Nash.
She is
Because they open late night, bitch, and they got a drive-through.
But
then
it's
they want to
taxable. You want them to get shut the fuck down over 7 cents, bitch? If you don't, I'll give you the goddamn 7 cents. I'm gonna give you
pissy ass 7 cents.
I'm gonna give you
I'm pretty
a coin jar.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a coin jar so that you can have the money.
I got a coin. I got plenty of coins.
Well then, shut up.
Getting that tax.
No. I just don't like going to get my blunts. I be having my $2. Let me get 2 of them. Then you want $2.12. What's $2.12? Bitch, $2.12 for what? Fuck wrong. Oh,
Damn, Zogies getting ready to start chopping, covering tax over these past years. I'm about to be charging taxes too, guys.
And I won't get just food either.
You see how mad she is? Over 12 fucking cents.
I've been getting these Zogies tax free all these years. Now you growing up and now you want to charge tax and shit. That's what happened. They got growing up doing good. They
like,
tax.
oh, now niggas want to run their business the right way. And I gotta pay taxes.
I'm that bitch.
Yes, she is.
Keep me with the same treatment. I don't care what level you get on. Keep me with the same treatment.
So that's what you was talking about. So now he owns the Speed Mart and the area up at Exit 10.
Exit 10, and they're inviting Zogies to be there. So now it's just about me going to grab a couple more trucks and putting them there and making it happen at these spots. Because, of course, here in Pittsgrove, there's nothing but family here. And it would be awesome because it sits there, it's open late night, and people would be able to go get some Zogie fuel, you know what I mean, day and night.
Fashion
and right there on Route 130.
With tax, though.
on Route 130 where they
I
it's
get
word
that.
they
Yeah.
pull over on Route 130.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that'd be actually better than the spot I've been at all the years. Being at the gas station, it's just an easy loop, and,
Yeah.
and it's actually more safe because that highway, if the swear somebody will get smacked over there. Everybody pulling over for the Zogies. We got that. So then we got a call from the mayor for us to go over to Delaware Memorial Bridge. The Delaware Memorial Bridge has a huge cafeteria that's been closed down for the past year and a half. I knew the people that worked in there in a couple of days.
Oh, I know what
and they
you're
said,
talking about.
and they said they didn't like their food, this, that, and the other, so they're being, cautious about the next people they put in there. And they said Zogies. So now it's all about me now creating, and attracting the proper people so that I can put them in these spaces in a sense, and now start owning Zogies versus Zogies owning me, which is the ultimate goal. Where Zogie is now being put in outlets, and I'm selling the opportunity to others and giving them opportunity to make big money. Well, the percentages, still come back to me in that fashion, and I do what I'm.
So you about to
Supposed to
start franchising?
Yeah. I mean, and in the beginning, I'll own all of them franchises like Chick-fil-A does.
Yeah.
They own all of them.
They own them all.
They own them, and basically now I'm paying pretty much like a branch manager
Yep.
in that fashion, and that's where I think I'll do it that way. I'll own them all, put you in there. You can make great money, just that and the other, and if you're doing the bullshit, we put someone else there.
Right.
we make it happen. But yeah, so that's here in the very near future. We want all of those things to happen. I do have 2 other units that we can utilize. I got ZQ is another business that I believe will be very prosperous, and I call it ZQ Smoke Slow just for you.
Hey.
Boy,
The theme song. I know
them ribs, and boy, smoke Zach and cheese. Ooh, brings them to the knees. And so yeah, we might put that one up on extra 10 because all the individuals are working. We have food that's already done. The burgers is
Right.
done. The dog, the
Right.
sausages is done. The ribs is done. So they got to get back to their lunch. So
Right.
they only got 30-minute lunches. So I think that'd be huge up there. And I think we can serve hundreds of people a day. Right there in that spot for
Especially-
exit 10.
Yeah, you need
Right.
something that accommodate, that geographical area.
Yeah.
Things that accommodate that. So just like you said, with that exit 10 being up there, that's the industrial part
Yeah.
area. That's where you got a lot of workers. So you need something that,
Very
go
quick.
go quick. They don't have time to sit and wait for their Zogie, their regular.
Yeah, you can't get
Yeah, they're regular
Zogi's
Zogie
not
or
lunch
anything
food.
like
I be
that.
trying to tell people it's not for lunch. It's not. 'Cause you always go back to where you're going. You pissed at me, and I told you it's not for
Right.
lunch.
It's not. It's not.
Like now everybody.
I got
Right,
no dough. I got
everybody.
no dough platters for that. They do
Right.
fish and fries, shrimp and fries, dinner fries. I can cook all that real fast and
Right.
give it to you. But they be like, no, I want the Zogie. And then your ass gonna miss your break. And that's happening.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, but that happens every day, B. It happens every
That's
day.
right. That's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the near things, and of course, I always said fresh season marination, slowly taking over the nation because I'm visualizing Zogies all over the nation. We got some connects out in Cali that they're calling now today. I didn't talk to them, but they want the seasonings shipped out there. They want things like that. So hold up, hold tight, hold tight.
Ain't
The
talk to them
seasonings.
about
Hold tight.
infusing the food with marijuana.
Oh my God,
Zeeples in
Jesus.
Colorado probably be down with the infusing of
Nah,
the
right.
Oh,
marijuana.
with it.
We know you
Can
are
you
the
get your all with it feet off of me?
Marijuana.
I see
And you about to get water
Yeah.
all over you.
Yeah.
Stop.
Make no
So let's get into these last remarks. So first things first, let's get some last remarks from our guests, Zogies. Any last remarks for the people out there?
Yeah. I'm so excited that I was invited on the Zidum Zero show. I've been invited on a whole lot of shows. I just don't have time to get there. But somehow, some Zidum
Somehow, some
pulled
way.
me
Yes.
here. So now
Come
it's
here,
opened
girl.
up the door. So I have to go, on some Zodcasts because they will be on my ass
Yup.
about that show. Oh,
Yup.
you went to the girls first. Why not go to the girls? I got 3 joints.
Hey,
That's like free
Free
Jones. But but right now we blowing up in Salem, my hometown, Salem, New Jersey, 413 East Broadway. We got individuals coming all from over the tri-state area and even beyond to get this Zogie fuel with something special. We got some very, very unique products on deck right now called the Zoc Nest Monster and the Triple C Zogie that encompasses
joint looks
fish,
good.
shrimp, zrab, and zobster. And one of them with just zrimp, Zrab, and Zobster. These are the monsters. They're on an exclusive menu. You got to bring your pocketbook for them ones. But but other than that, everything else is good. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad you guys invited. I'm looking forward to you guys doing great things, doing your thing. Because I
Thank you.
admire when 3 heads come together. Because again, myself is like to be on my solo dolo, but I know the challenge of coming together, but then I do know it's even more powerful when you are on one accord. And yeah, 3 people, wow. That's amazing. Three different personalities. Wow, very different personalities.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
But
Yes.
It's beautiful. I wish y'all the best,
Thank
man.
you.
Do y'all zam zing, man. Whatever the zones are, decisions. Stay consistent. Don't be poop juice.
No
And
poop.
do-
Why you got to look at me like that with poop juice?
'Cause you
Ain't nothing
poop
poop
juice.
juice over here.
Cause you
Hell
poop
no.
juice.
No, bitch, you poop juice.
You not
No,
even
it's
there.
Poopy turtle head, doo-doo head.
Oh Lord.
What?
Damn.
Are we 3?
I
Two
know, right?
pockets
Today.
on. Look at that shit tight.
But
It's a headband. It ain't even.
But also, Zoe, where can the people find you at? How can the people get in contact with you on social media, or do you have like website or anything
Oh,
like
you
that?
know I'll be excited to tell you that. I'm at 413 East Broadway, Salem, New Jersey, every Zam Zay except Sunday, because I'm mirroring my person called Chick-fil-A. I'm closed on Sunday, even though I'll be mad at them for being closed on Sunday. But nah, that's how my town be. They don't want me to get my little Sunday on Sunday, but sooner or later it'll be open every day. But also, find me at Zogies.com. You'll be able to follow us. Also, you'll buy some seasonings. You'll be able to find some books. Zogies.com. Check us out. And also, Zogies at Instagram and Facebook.
Hey.
That's me.
You're a genius.
So
Off Aladdin.
Tupac.
Who the fuck is Tupac?
You.
Oh. What?
What's your last remark?
Same sex is the best sex.
Boom.
Boom.
So, Business Joan, what is your last remarks?
Last remarks from the business, John. Definitely do not sell yourself short. You gotta keep going, keep pushing, no matter how hard. You want to stop and you want to quit. Just keep pushing forward. Hey,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a remarkable situation going down. You know what I'm saying?
Remarkable.
Here you go, make up a song.
Remarkable.
Okay, so.
You have any last words? No. Thanks. Good night.
You know what?
First off, start your shit. Secondly, I wanted to say, no poop juice.
No poop juice.
No poop
I
juice
ain't
No
poop
poop
juice.
juice
for life. None of that. Okay? No dumpster truck juice
None of that.
for life.
I'm feeling real. Don't keep touching me.
Because you all out the frame all the
Because
time.
I was about to get smart.
Why?
Smart.
Because why you keep directing this poop juice?
Poop
Don't
juice?
you?
You.
Poop the doop 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 doop. Damn, you stinking over there. They smelling. Nah, they ain't smelling you. They couldn't
Not you, boo.
But we still love you though.
We put it in the
just-
atmosphere. She
in
put
the
it in the atmosphere. That's all.
I said
but
it.
she kept looking at me.
Oh, don't
So-
take it personal though.
Because you got them lashes.
Don't break my
The
lashes.
luscious lashes.
I don't
over there
need
you got.
Drakeana.
Mm.
Tupac.
Dark enough for me.
Here you go with your shit. Anyway, so it's been another wonderful episode with the Get 'em Girl crew.
Yes,
We
yes.
had our wonderful guest,
Yes.
Zoe.
Uh-oh.
Let me take it off. Get 'em, girl. They got me.
Yes. So, as always, y'all have a beautiful week, and we will see you all next time around next week.
Hey.
Bye.
See ya.